sighed Maisie, a lazy bird, hatching an egg.
I'm tired and I'm warm, and I've got kinks in my legs from sitting, just sitting here day after day. It's work, how I hate it. I'd much rather play. I'd take a vacation, fly off for a rest. If I could find someone to stay on my nest, if I could find someone, I'd fly away free.
Then Horton the elephant passed by her tree.
Hello. You've nothing to do, and I do need a rest. Would you like to sit on the egg in my nest?
Why, of all silly things, I haven't feathers and I haven't wings. Me on your egg? Why, that doesn't make sense. Your egg is so small, man, and I am so immense.
Tut tut. I know you're not small, but I know you can do it no trouble at all. Just sit on it softly, you're gentle and kind. Come on, be a good fellow, I know you won't mind.
I can't.
Please, I won't be gone long, so I give you my word. I'll be right back, I'll hardly be missed.
Very well.
Said the elephant.
Since you insist, you want a vacation, go fly off and take it. I'll sit on your egg and I'll try not to break it. I'll stay and be faithful, I mean what I say.
Toodaloo.
Sang out Maisie and fluttered away.
Let's see. The first thing to do is prop up this tree and make it much stronger. That has to be done. Before I get on it, I must weigh a ton.
Then carefully, tenderly, gently he crept up the trunk to the nest where the little bird slept. Then Horton the elephant smiled.
Now that's that.
Plenty sad.
And he sat all that day and kept the egg warm. And he sat all that night through a terrible storm. It poured and it lightened, it thundered, it rumbled.
This isn't much fun.
The poor elephant grumbled.
I wish you'd come back because I'm cold and I'm wet. I hope that Maisie bird doesn't forget.
But Maisie by this time was far beyond reach, enjoying the sunshine way off in Palm Beach. Such fun, such a wonderful rest, decided she'd never go back to her nest. So Horton kept sitting there day after day, and soon it was autumn, the leaves blew away, and then came the winter, the snow and the sleet, and icicles hung from his trunk to his feet. But Horton kept sitting and soon grew asleep.
I'll stay on the egg and I won't let it freeze. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful. An elephant's faithful. 100%.
So poor Horton sat there the whole winter through, and then came the springtime with troubles anew. His friends gathered round and they shouted with glee, "Who Horton the elephant's up in a tree?"
They taunted,
They yelled how absurd. "Who Horton the elephant thinks he's a bird?" They laughed and they all ran away. And Horton was lonely, he wanted to play, but he sat on the egg and continued to say,
I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I meant what I said and I said what I meant.
he meant what he said and
Horton stayed on that nest. He held his head high and he threw out his chest. And he looked at the hunters as much as to say,
shoot if you must, but I won't run away. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%.
The men didn't shoot, much to Horton's surprise. They dropped their green guns and stared with wide eyes.
look, they all shouted,
Can such a thing be? An elephant sitting right up in a tree.
It's strange.
It's amazing.
It's wonderfully new.
Don't shoot him. We'll catch him.
That's just what we'll do. Let's take him alive.
It's terribly funny.
We'll sell him back home to a circus for money.
and the first thing he knew, they had built a big wagon with ropes on the front for the pullers to drag on. They dug up the tree and put it inside, with Horton so sad that he practically cried.
We're off!
The men shouted, and off they all went, with Horton unhappy 100%. Up out of the jungle and into the sky, up over mountains 10,000 feet high, then down, down the mountains and down to the sea, with the cart, with the elephant, egg, nest, and tree.
Then out of the wagon and onto a ship, out over the ocean, and oh, what a trip! Rolling and tossing and splashing the spray, and Horton said day after day after day.
I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I'm awfully seasick 100%.
After bobbing around for 2 weeks like a cork, they landed at last in the town of New York.
All ashore!
The men shouted, and down with a lurch went Horton the elephant still on his perch. Tied onto a board that could just scarcely hold him, bump, Horton landed, and then the men sold.
Sold to a circus. Then week after week, they showed him to people at 10 cents a peek. They took him to Boston, to Kalamazoo, Chicago, Weehawken, and Washington too. To Dayton, Ohio, St. Paul, Minnesota, to Wichita, Kansas, to Drake, North Dakota. And everywhere, thousands of fools flocked to see and laugh at that elephant sitting up in the tree.
Poor Horton grew sadder the farther he went, but he sat as he sat in that hot, noisy tent.
I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. And elephants make 100%.
Then one day the circus show happened to reach a town way down south, not far from Palm Beach. And dawdling along way up in the sky, who of all people should chance to fly by but that old good-for-nothing bird, runaway Maisie, still on vacation and still just as lazy. And spying the flags and the tents down below, she sang out.
What fun! I'll go to the show!
And she swooped from the clouds through an open tent door.
Good gracious! I've seen you before!
Poor Horton looked up with his face white as chalk. He started to speak, but before he could talk, there rang up the noisiest ear-splitting squeaks from the egg that he'd sat on for 51 weeks. A thumping, a bumping, a wild, alive scratching.
My egg, why it's hatching.
But it's mine!
Screamed the bird when she heard the egg crack. The work was all done, now she wanted it back.
It's my egg! You stole it from me! Now get out of my nest and out of my tree!
Poor Horton backed down with a sad, heavy heart. But at that very instant, the egg burst apart, and out of the pieces came a white shell from the egg that had sat on so long and so well.